Hey, welcome back to Don't Run with Scissors. I'm Kelly, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins, 4 crazy rescue dogs, a rescue cat, who is, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing anymore. Let's talk about it. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. It sends me a message, it boosts my serotonin and my self-esteem, and I appreciate that. And if you are a returning friend, you already know the crazy you're in for, so grab your drink, sit on back, and let's have at it. We may need to come up with a totally new introduction. I'm not sure I'm going to sit for the BEI anymore. And that's okay. I can still sign with anybody I want, which is, ultimately was my goal. Because I can't be an interpreter and a lawyer. First of all, it would take me a long time to practice to get to the level where I would to be a court interpreter. I don't have a problem putting in the work. That's not the problem. But in court, I either have to be a lawyer or an interpreter. You can't be both at the same time. Again, that's fine, but if my goal is to help deaf people have access to the legal system, I am better off being a lawyer who can understand sign and can sign with my own clients, and then pulling in those resources who are my friends who are BEI 3s. I can still SSP, I can still go to deaf events and keep working on my skills. I don't necessarily, and I can build my office as a deaf friendly space. I don't necessarily have to take the BEI. The pass rate for the BEI is super low. It's actually harder to pass the BEI on the first time than it is to pass the bar exam. So I'm debating. I go back and forth. We are on like day 15, I think, of biking every day. So that's a great thing. So Ironman is back on the table at some point. There's no pressure for when that will exactly happen. What else? I still like to craft in my spare time. So it's been a crazy week. I had 5 hearings and a trial last week. We prevailed on basically everything that we thought we would. We did give up and concede on a couple areas that we knew we would have to. So that's good. This week is a little slower. I have a status conference, but Bean goes back to classes, so it's adjusting back to her schedule, and not realizing when she signed up for class, her Monday night lab goes until 7. The problem is that William has to be at a completely different campus at 6:30, and I don't have a backup driver. Yikes. So we are still trying to muddle through how that looks without me driving back and forth, or without being sitting at an empty campus, because that doesn't make me very comfortable. So there we go. We spent over 5 hours at the emergency vet last night for Houdini the cat. They are not sure what's going on with him, but they did give him some pain meds, and we came home, he got out of the crate, so the pain meds would have kicked in because they gave it to him. I think it's a shot. I don't know. I've never been to this emergency vet. I was very impressed, but emergency vets are like emergencies for rooms for people, and so he was not he was stable when they triaged him. So again, we waited for like 5 hours. It was almost midnight when we got home. It was just, I'm exhausted. Um, so when he got home, he got out of the crate and jumped down, and he ate right away. That was the first time he had ate all day. Um, and then used the litter box right away. So I guess the pain meds helped. Whatever's going on, the pain meds help. So in just a little bit, that is why I ended up not filming yesterday with everything going on. Um, I I was going to film, but it didn't happen. So that's why we're filming a little bit late. It's not a big deal. I usually post somewhere between Sunday night and Monday morning, so we're still in that zone. Um, this week, I also have the electrician coming out, and I'm having an estimate done on what it would take to fix the flooring. So that's got to get done. But I may have to move the electrician appointment because somebody's got to help with the dogs, and I'm not sure I'm going to have people here to help me with the dogs. Usually I take my bigger dog. Well, realistically, I would need to take Lizzie and Nigel out of the house while the electrician here is. Now, the problem is that Bean has class at 11. They're supposed to be here between 9 and noon. Bean has class at 11, and the boy goes to work at noon. Yeah. And then he works till 5, and she is off. Or wait. Is she done at 11? I think she's in class from 9 to 11. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm tired. Nobody writes things down anymore in my book, which means it's a crapshoot if I'm available. That's the bottom line, and they need to realize that. So yeah. I bought a couple things, but now I'm like, what did I buy? Black Needle Society is doing, again, with if you buy from the teacher's Amazon list and you send them a receipt, you'll be included in the sale. This year's theme, last year was Schoolhouse Rocks. This year is Magic School Bus. Very exciting. So I did that. And they've also done it if you buy an item that is, or multiple items, if your receipt totals $30 or more, you can share the sale with somebody. So that's really cool too. I like that. Sorry, my phone is going a little crazy because, again, was sort of a little crazy. So I ended up, my laptop camera is got a small crack in it, hence the weird lighting. I bought an external one, but the problem is that so far I haven't been able to get it to recognize. So I'm gonna have to have somebody help with that. Again, it's just progress. We're making progress. We're making progress. I don't know. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's about it. Now I will say Bean's classes, she managed, although they're a little spaced weirdly, and if she had maybe gone to different campuses, they wouldn't have been. But all of her classes are at the campus that's right here. It's like 7 miles, 10 miles from the house. It's not a big deal. So that's really nice. The other thing is last semester she made Dean's List. My baby got a 4.0. Yep. I'm so proud of her. Like, really and truly, I'm proud of her. So that's an exciting thing. Yeah. I performed a wedding on Friday. I have another wedding on October 5th. Um, so yeah, lots of goodness, lots of goodness. I like really and truly, but like I said, if you could keep Houdini in your prayers, that would be good. My so Houdini is like 16 years old. So anytime the man is not feeling good, it becomes alarming. He's a super senior, is how they classify him. So, okay. So what else did I get or buy? I did buy 2 bags from Tanya. I have not had a chance to check the mailbox, so I probably need to do that because there's other things I'm expecting too. I didn't get to the mailbox, to the post office. I need to do that. Yeah, it's just been it's been a little crazy, been a little cray cray, but we made some progress. And so let's look at our stitching because um, we have no fully finished objects because we all know I don't really fully finish much. It's not my thing. I stitch for the love of stitching, and if it gets fully finished, it happens, but generally it doesn't. Okay. Whoops. Forgive my hanging strings. I don't know why I'm having such a block on doing this Tin Man. Like, he needs to be a priority to knock him out this week because I'm so sick of him. And there's nothing wrong with him. He's not a bad character. I don't know why I'm struggling with him. I really and truly, I don't. But I am. So he needs to be a priority to try and get past him. Because I think once I start like on the lion, I'll feel better. So I did work a little bit on him. He is coming along, but he has been slow going. And I can't put the lion in until he's done. And I did decide I'm not going to, I was thinking I'm not going to put the wizard here. But now I'm thinking, honestly, I should. I think logistically, spacing wise, he needs to be there. So, but I'm afraid like if I go over here to put the wizard in, that I'm not going to come back over here and finish the Tin Man. And then I'll just work my characters around, and then at the end I'm going to be stuck with the Tin Man. And again, I don't know why the block is with the Tin Man. I don't know. So, but we need to, this week needs to be we need to work on the Tin Man. Tonight is my last class for my BEI prep class, so that'll help too. That'll free up some time on my docket, so that'll be good. What the heck? Most exciting news ever. Well, not ever, but the most exciting news, I was going to totally forget to tell you. So you all recall that I applied for the judicial referee jobs, and I had written it off, that I didn't get called for an interview, and that's fine, like that happens. I got an email late last week that I made it to the interview round for the Wayne County position, which I'm very much qualified for that position. The one in Oakland County was a bit of a stretch, and we knew that. Like, I'm honest about where my skill set is and where my skills are right now. And so, but that would, so I'm waiting to hear back when my interview time slot is. So that's very exciting. And the other thing this Friday is that all of us are going to go get new eye exams, which means new glasses, which means I'm paying out the wazoo for new glasses for everybody. But I think we're going to do pair eyewear. So if you have a pair eyewear discount card for each, I don't know, can I use one for the whole order? Is that how it works, or is it for each pair? Because I'll be ordering 3 pairs, and then of course we'll want to get a couple fun toppers. And the thought is that maybe hopefully we'll all pick the same glasses so that we can all use the toppers, and I'm very excited about that. So next up in my stitching is Bougie Cat. I am selling this with several people, but this is the Bougie Cat. His name, if you go to search on Bent Creek, he is not named Bougie Cat. He's not. He's named the White Cat. White Cat by Bent Creek. He's so cute. I call him Bougie Cat because I kitted him up at StitchCon, and I kitted him up in overdyes and silk floss because, yeah. So I pulled out Bougie Cat this last week and got some work done on him. Not a ton. Denise, there's still plenty of time to join Bougie Cat. The Bougie Cat or the Bougie Flower Cat. I still have to finish down here, and then his tail and his head. And I was getting tired of doing the white stitches, although they feel so soft because they're in almond M&M silk. Because, Bougie Cat. I was going to do his collar because I picked out this really pretty teal. But I realized I didn't have a pair of scissors in my bag, so when I was working on it, I couldn't cut that floss. So I couldn't. So while we're here, I'm going to add one of my pairs of scissors, so now that will never happen again. So yeah, so Bougie Cat. I love Bougie Cat. Next up is my 4th of July Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I started this on, I believe, Flag Day with Stephanie. Stephanie has since finished hers. I clearly have not. That's fine. Last week, my goal was to finish the flag and ideally the word remember. Well, very clearly, I finished the word remember and the flag. And then I started to do there's a three stars there. I don't want to show you the 3 stars there. So the goal this week is to finish the set of 3 stars, and then potentially put in the word honor. If I can at least get the H in, then I can do the rest of the series of stars. So the goal is to finish all of the stars and at least the H for this section, which is remember and honor the fallen. And honestly, that's one of the big reasons I fell in love with this pattern. So we're going strong. It will be finished by, sorry about that, by next year, 4th of July. I did not make it for this year. I think Stephanie did. Okay. So next up in my Maleficent bag from Needle and Bones, yay Tanya, is my traditional Quaker that I'm doing for my friend Emily. We're over halfway. We're over halfway, which is very cool. So if I make it down, it's 4 parts, but the second and the 4th page are only from they're not full pages. So I got to come in last week and do this section in here, and we made great progress. I love this piece. It's just on an 18 count Aida in an off-white using the color by Threadworks called Bradley's Balloons. So my goal is to just kind of probably to just do this section in here. There's a little gnat flying around. So yeah. So I will say my stitchy bug kind of came back a little bit more last week, which is great. And one of the things that I pulled out, thank goodness, and so I've worked on this. I got almost 1,000 stitches in the last couple days on this one. between either 800 or 1,000, but a substantial amount. And that's great. And I even took it with me last night, but then I was getting tired, and we're at a point where it's not large chunks of color, so it's like 4 stitches here, then you have to count over, and you've got to do another 4 stitches, and maybe it's only 1, but it makes a difference. And that is the picture of Kay and Dennis, and so this is where we're at now. Oh, it's looking so good. So clearly we've been working, I worked a little bit on her blouse and a lot on her arm and their hands. So I don't know where I'm going to stitch next. There's part of me that wants to go back and go, okay, hang on, let's fill in all of the blanks on the sections that we have, and sort of level that out, which is still quite a bit of stitches. I mean, if you look, even if I just said, okay, let's fill in let's focus on this section of wall, there's still quite a bit that needs to be filled in. Obviously his jacket, and like this side of his jacket still needs to come down. There is a couple ninja stitches in her neckline. There's some stitches through here that need to get filled in. So I don't know where I'm going to end up. I don't know. Like, for a while there, because these stitches are like flesh tone. They're like a peachy color. And I get tired of that color, so then I'm like, okay, great. And last night I went to go put in some black stitches in the one color. I didn't have 310 with me. And then I'm missing one of the other colors, which is very weird to me. So we'll see. We'll see where I end up. It's kind of nice to see the progress again on them. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to carry around. So, that is all of my stitching. Yeah. That's really, I mean, I'm not very exciting this week. I know that. And that's okay. So, rather than just me rambling, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna actually go shower and start phone calling and things like that, and figuring out schedules a little bit better. And check on the cat. So yeah, but if you need me, feel free to message me. And if I can, I will gladly help you, and if I can't, I will tell you that. So remember, you are smart, and you are beautiful, and you are cherished, you are brave, you are loved, you are needed, you are wanted, you matter. So with that, I will let you go, and we will see you next week. Bye, y'all.